Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. Hey, we've had some pretty good weather across the area over the last 24 to 36 hours. We have a few hitches in the proverbial giddy up as we go through into your weekend ahead. In this update, we're going to track storm chances and where they will be the greatest. We're going to start with a look at the Storm Prediction Center's forecast and areas of concern. Now, where you see the greens here, that's called a marginal risk of severe weather. That's level 1 on a 5-level scale. That means a couple of storms in these green areas in Montana, the mountains of Colorado, Wyoming, and into portions of South Dakota, into southern Minnesota tonight may flirt with severe levels. But where you see the yellows here, both on the East Coast, we're talking all the way out towards Boston, Massachusetts, and on up into places like Vermont and New Hampshire, there is a slight risk. There'll be more widespread thunderstorm activity that will be strong. We're talking large hail, and we're talking about the potential for isolated tornadoes and damaging wind in the areas of yellow. So this is all for tonight to the south of us, even though we'll have a chance at a spotty shower or rumble of thunder that you see on the radar network up there. Now, as we go into the weekend, Friday, let's start Friday. Look where this risk shifts. It expands, and most of South Dakota, just to the south of us, will have a risk of severe weather. So if we take you in just a little bit closer, we see that this stays south of the state line. We're talking really focused around the I-90 corridor, Rapid City, Pierre, Sioux Falls, and just south of the Twin Cities for Friday. That's where we'll have the best chance at seeing some scattered to maybe widespread strong thunderstorms, and some of those could become severe. Again, all modes of severe weather will be possible. Here's a look at where the hail risk is greatest. Sioux Falls, not the Twin Cities. It's not as high there, although there could be some hail. Wind damage on Friday, damaging windstorms. Overnight is when they make their way into southern Minnesota into Saturday morning, and that'll bring mainly a wind threat across the I-90 corridor and areas just south of the Twin Cities. As far as tornado risk goes, there is a 2% risk of tornadoes in the areas that you see shaded in green, as you see there, 2% higher by a lot over what we see typically this time of the year. That's Sioux Falls down towards areas just south of Rochester. And again, that's Friday from the daytime hours into Saturday morning very early. Now, here's a look at that Saturday risk of severe weather. That has shifted well off to the east, but it does include Minneapolis right now and in towards Madison. This is for your Saturday. So that's a look at the severe weather risk as we go through the next few days. Here is a look at your planning forecast right here on Hutch's Weather. Friday, a chance of those strong storms. A couple in the southern counties near South Dakota could be strong. The best chance of severe we showed you stays along the I-90 corridor. Afternoon storms redevelop and head toward the Twin Cities into Saturday morning. We'll have a morning storm or two on Saturday. Temperatures hovering 75 to 80 degrees. The heat is on, folks, Sunday and into Monday. As the storm chances exit, the heat is on. Now, we can't rule out a spit of sprinkling precipitous precipitation on your Sunday, mainly in our northern counties in northern Minnesota. Monday and Tuesday will be hot. A storm could fester. Festering's no fun, but sometimes storms do that. And look at the heat continues next week with summer-like temperatures in the mid-80s. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Best chances of storms next week early in the week. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thank you for your support. Thanks for supporting my sponsors, and we'll check back again right here.